Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Batman, Kings of Fear, issue number 4. It's a good comic book, man. Only 2 more to go, and I'm probably going to be a little bit sad to see it go. Either way, when this is finished, we're going to have a heck of a story here. There's a good, really good story inside this issue. All right, so Kings of Fear, chapter 4, Lego My Ego. Okay, maybe I kind of went a little too high praise on it for a name like that, but let's just continue. The story is by Scott Peterson and Kelly Jones. Michael Madsen is the colorist. Rob Lay is on letters. Jonas and Madsen did the cover. And yeah, I don't know what all this warden and superintendent stuff is. I guess it's editor and assistant editor. So Batman was created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger. That's, of course, subjective to legal tenure in order for DC to have saved a whole lot of money way back in the day, way back in the day. And now I think and I hope they should be kind of regretting that, since Bob Kane didn't do much of anything. Anyhow, so yeah, man, you got this. First, I know there's been a bunch of people who really didn't like the art. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. This just isn't your art style then. But I have been so in love with this art since the beginning. And I've noticed that there's been a story here that they just never really got into. They've been more interested in the confusion aspect of what's going on here. Peterson is really good at writing a story that makes you go, what? But issue 4 is here. All right, we passed the hump, so to speak. And bro, we have got an amazing story here. Now, first off, you kind of realize that no, this is not. Somebody asked me, is this in the modern continuity? This issue shows beyond the shadow of a doubt that no, this is absolutely not in modern continuity. So it's in Elseworlds for all intents and purposes, you know, as DC would put it. When the bat light is turned on, people are like, holy crap, he's stalking. I think he's a good guy, but maybe he's not. Let's not take any chances. Lock the door. Close the blinds. Oh my God. That means Batman's on the prowl. So people are genuinely scared. The crooks are just like, oh crap, the signal's up. Meanwhile, in the modern continuity, the crooks are like, hey, the signal's up. That means he's going to be over there. We can do a crime over here. Let's go, guys. Hurry up. And the people aren't, in general, that scared of Batman. Most people know that he's a hero. So this is definitely out of modern continuity. Could this be for the, a continuity in the 60s? Yes. But modern continuity, no, it does not belong here. Which is perfectly fine, dude. I'm good with this. I like that the officer who is not Commissioner Gordon is actually afraid to turn on the bat light. Like, almost like something bad is going to happen. He's like, once I do this, there's no turning back. This was good. I liked so much of this, but whenever Crane is acting like a psychologist, I know he is a psychologist, that's not what I mean. Whenever he's actually acting as Bruce's psychologist, without Bruce's consent, it's always just such a great story. I love that. And he's got him on the couch and everything. And I'm going to show you a scene that happens in here that gives me a new perspective on Batman. This was actually really fun. How do you see yourself was the question. And guys, that was just one of the questions. There were several questions that the answer kind of shocked me a little bit. Case in point, what's the one? I forget exactly how it was phrased, but let's see if I can actually find it here. Let's take a look at your longest, deepest, most passionate love affair. And they start, right away we start wondering, like, all the women that Bruce has been with, all the ones he's ever wanted to be with. But what's the most passionate love affair that he's got? And the answer in here may or may not surprise you. There's a lot. There are a whole lot of questions like that in here, man. And the final page reveal on this comic book shows you, at least according to Crane, what would be, that's Scarecrow if you don't know, sorry. What would Gotham City look like if there weren't a Batman, if there was not a Batman in the story? It may surprise you. And I can't wait to read issue 5. I saw that last page and I'm like, holy crap, no, I gotta read issue 5 now. We gotta have an explanation for this. And not only that, but it really, since I have an idea of what issue 6 will be now, I can't wait to read issue 6 either. Guys, this is a really good story in here. It's not just great art. And this scene actually happens in the comic book, which is impressive That's actually impressive. I love this cover. I love everything about, literally everything about this comic book, man. This is such a good read, and I'm sure it was hard for a lot of people to jump on that first and second issue, but man, so like I can't see anybody not being happy with having read this issue, which means you might have to go back. And honestly, I'm gonna be as fair with you guys as I can. You can probably just read this issue and save your money on the first three. Because if you didn't like those, I'm sure you will like them if you read them in order and then you think back on them in retrospect. But I'm, I can also understand you just buying this issue and saying, oh, this is cool. Can't wait for issue 5 and 6. And you don't need to read issue 1 through 3. Honestly, I'm sure you get away with that and you'll be okay. Unless you have that collector's mentality, no, I gotta have the whole thing. Whatever. Or you just wait for it in trade. It's on you. Anyway, guys, think of what's more cost effective for you and what's going to make you more happy at the end of the day. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.